thing.
I see the King of Glory coming on the clouds with fire. The whole earth shakes, the whole earth shakes.
Now, welcome back to EduTech Learning, and today what we are going to do is that we are going to design a table. We are going to design a table. We are going to put a letterhead on the table and then underline it as you see it on the screen. As you see it on the screen, just look at it. We have our letterhead, Ajenim Mboaten Memorial School Basic 1 class test results, and then we have the names of our class people and their class test that they did and the results that they got. This is what we are going to create. So I want everybody to participate in this so that you become perfect. So without wasting much time, let's get into it. We are going to start from the scratch. When I say scratch, from the beginning, for any person who has never used a computer before, or anybody who has never used Microsoft Word application before. So as you see this one, we are going to begin step by step in creating this document, which will in turn help you whilst you are doing your work in the school. And if you want to create a document like this, you will be able to do it. Now, without wasting much time, let's get started. Now, we need to create our document and then put our document in the folder where we can locate this document every time we need a document, or any time that we want to use this document. Please subscribe to our channel because we have a lot of learning, or we have a lot of tutorials for you. So subscribe to our channel so that anytime we upload new video, you'll be able to get them on time. Okay, so what do we do now? We have to locate Microsoft Word application. So we click on our taskbar where you can search for this document. I do have Microsoft Word already, so I will click on it to open it. Now when you open this one, it has opened a fresh it has opened the application for you, but you need to create a new document for yourself. Please, I'm using Microsoft 365 application. You may be using Office 2016 or Office 2010 or Office 2019. So you need to check where to locate this. As soon as you open your application, you will see this interface. You will see this. So you have to select blank document to open a fresh page. So let me click on this. Now I have opened a blank document. Now, when you open a blank document, you will see it being called document 1 or doc 1. Now, you have to change it and give it a name. You have to change this document and give it a name. So how do we do it? In simple terms, we will go to this File tab and click on it. Now we see that this menu will open. This menu will open. Now where are we going? We need to go to Save As. Save As simply means that what name do you want to give it to your document? That is, save as what? Or what name do you want to give it to your document? So you click on the Save As button and you will see that a dialog box will open like this one. So you need to select where you want to put this document that you are creating to. We are going to save it in this PC. So this PC, so you click on this and then you locate the folder where you are going to put this. Now I'm going to locate my document folder called document. So you can scroll down and locate it, but let us click on this button to see all the folders in our computer. Now we have desktop, we have document, download, and so on. We are going to select document. Now we are going to put it in this document. So what again can we do? We have to name it. When you come up here, you said enter file name. The same thing applies to the computer that you have. Take your time and answer all the questions that any dialog box will open. So I am going to save it as score sheet. So I will type score sheet. Now I have finished typing the score sheet. The next point is click on the save button to save the document. Now as soon as we click on save, the document will open. So when you go to this top up here, on the title bar, you will see score sheet. Alright, now what are we going to do? What we are going to do is to create, what we are going to do is to create this Ajini Mboatin Memorial School Basic 1 class test results. So that is what we are going to create. So how do we do it? First, we need to center our cursor. At the moment, our cursor is blinking and it is at the left hand side, but we need to put it in the middle of our document so that when we type, our text will be centered. How do we do that? We have so many techniques or so many ways of doing that. If you want to use the keyboard, to do this, press Ctrl and at the same time press E. I repeat, press Ctrl and E. Press Ctrl plus E will put your cursor in the middle. Now look at it, I'm pressing Ctrl E and the cursor is now in the middle. Now, if you don't want to do that and you want to use your mouse, you scroll up here and look at paragraph. Here is left, here is center. So when you click on the center, you see that it has shown Ctrl+E will center your text. Now we are going to type Agyenim Boateng Memorial School. So now let's type. Now I have finished typing Agyenim Boateng Memorial School. Now we are going to change the font, and we are going to change the font size. How do we do that? If you come to the font and then you select the drop down, you see all the font inside. But because we are learning, I'm going to restrict you to select Georgia. So you click inside this text box and then you type Georgia, Georgia. Georgia will come. So as soon as you type Georgia, then you now, what are we going to do? We are going to change the font. So if you are going to change the font, when you are using the mouse, where the cursor is blinking, you put the mouse pointer there, press and hold, then you drag it over the text, and you see that the text will be selected. Now when it is selected, we want to change the font name and the font size. So you come to the font here, and then you click inside the font text box, and then you type Georgia. We want to give it a name, Georgia, so you type Georgia. It's already there. So then as soon as you finish typing, then you press enter on your keyboard and to change. See that it has changed to the font that we want. Now we want to increase it to 0.20. So you click on font size box, you select the drop down menu, and you scroll down to 20. Now we have our 20. So it's still selected. Now we want to make our text bold, and then at the same time we underline it. So we also push our mouse pointer to B, which is bold, click on it, and again click on U, which is underlined. It will underline our text for us. Now we have been able to do this. So what next? We have to deselect or remove the button on the text, or the shade on the text. So we click outside the text at the left side. Now, as we have reached here, we have to make sure that this underline and bold does not continue, because if you continue to type, it will continue to do the bold and then underline. Now let's look. You see that it's still there. So we don't want this. So if we don't want that, what do we do? What we are going to do is that we press the space bar 1, then we press Control plus B on our keyboard, and then the bold will be deselected. And at the same time, we also press Control U, and then this will also be deselected, or it will go off. Now at this moment, what we need to do is to save our document before we continue. So you press Control S, then your document will be saved. Now you are good to go. So we are going to write the next text. Let me show you the next text that we are going to write. Now we are going to write basic school, a basic class, basic 1 class test result. Basic 1 class test result. So what we are going to do is to press enter, and this cursor, and this cursor will move down so that we continue our typing. So I'll press enter, then the cursor has come. Now the font that we are going to use for our next text is going to be 14. The font size is going to be 14. So we need to change the font size. Now go to the font size dialog box and select the drop down, and then select 14. Now as soon as you select 14, you have to save the situation. Press Ctrl S. Now you may see that as soon as you did that, the bold and then underline has already been selected. Now we are not going to use bold, but we are going to use underline. So what do? We have to make sure that the bold is off. So if we want the bold to be off, we have to do the same thing as we did in the first place. Press Ctrl B or Ctrl plus B, and the bold will go off. So Ctrl B has make the bold be selected. Now after that, we have to save it once more so that we know that our document is saved. The text we are going to underline, so let us type. We see 1 class test result. So we have this. Now after that, you have to press your space bar. You have to press your space bar to move ahead. Then you save your document once again. Now after that, we have to deselect the underline as well. So we have to make sure that the underline tool is off. So now what do? By the same process, press Ctrl U, and then the underline tool will go off. Now after we have done that, we have to save it once again so that we know that we are saved. So now when you save it, then you press enter so that your cursor will move down. Now our cursor has come to the next part. We are now going to create our table. So now let us go once again and watch our table. Now our table has columns 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we are going to create a table with 6 columns. Now let's see the rules. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we are going to create 6 rows, 7 rows with 6 columns. Now let's go back to our text area and then do it. At this moment, we want to create a table. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and then give us a thumbs up, and then share your comment under this video. There's comment section there. Share your comment with us. Tell us what we need to improve and what we are doing that interests you. So now let's continue. We have to go to the Insert tab and click on it. So a menu will be open. All these things are various tools that we use for various purposes. But we are going to center on table. Remember, we are going to create a table with 6 columns and 7 rows. So now let's select the table. As soon as we select the table like this, now let's select our row. Row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we have our row. Now we have to select the columns. Column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now when you do that, then you click and see that the table will be put here. Now you can resize the table. We will do the resizing of the table at another video. But I'm going to resize it. If you want to go with me, you put your mouse pointer here. It will show a double arrow and you click on this one and you drag and it will decrease in size. And then you come here, this one, you click on it and then it will increase in size. Okay, now what are we going to do? Now as soon as you create your table, you see this is highlighted. This is also highlighted, table layout and then table design. You see that all these ones are not highlighted because of the table. That's why these tabs have joined or have come. As soon as we deselect the table, it will go. As soon as we click in the table, it will come. So you see. Now you see that the text is hanging. We need to center the text. So we select the whole table. So we put it here, click and hold our mouse and drag it over. So we see that our table has some shade which we are going to use to center our text and design the table. Now we click on the layout. Now you see that as soon as we click on the layout, there are a lot of buttons. Now when you come to the alignment section, you see that it is there. So we have to click the align center so that our text will be centered. Our text will be centered. Now as soon as we center our text, we need to come back and click inside the table, and we see that our cursor will be blinking in the middle. Now let us fill in with our data. So this is for serial number, simple S ends for serial number. Now we use our arrow keys to go to next column. Then we type names. Then we move to the next column. And then we type the subject that you are going to use for the grading. Mine is mathematics. Then we move to the next one. English language. Move to the next one. Science. Move to the next one. Torah. So now we have this. Now we want to make sure that our text fit best in our table. So we try to expand our table.
Open up my eyes to the things unseen. Show me how to love
Now
like you
we have this.
have loved
We try to expand our table by pushing
Let this be our prayer. Break it up. I break my heart.
it backwards. So that we push this one to a bit.
Everything I
Select this one to make sure that so now we have to go for the names. So we type in our name. Nana. Nana Kumi. And we put the arrow down, select this, and then Akushia Mansa. Then we go to the next, Esther Lee. Go to the next, Johnson. Lab. Go to the next. Uma. Oh. Luca. Dean. Go to the next. Yao. Groby. Now we have finished writing the text, so the names, sorry. But we need to make sure that the table looks nice. So we need to design it well. Now, after doing this, we have to put in the text or the math score. So this one you can give any marks that you want. So let us give the marks, say 86, 71, 72, sorry, 59, 40,
Come on, we see his love and mercy. I see his love
90,
and mercy.
and
Washing
21.
over all our sin. The
Go to
people
English,
sing. The
74,
people sing. Come on, you sing.
56,
Hosanna.
80,
Come on.
70,
In the
um,
Hosanna.
68,
Hosanna.
and
Hosanna in
70,
the highest.
Now you should make sure you fill all this, and then you calculate the marks. So again, you type the mark 74, 59, 62, 41, 70, and then 5. So these are the marks. Now we have to calculate the total. We have to calculate the total. We have to calculate the total. So we are going to calculate the total now. Now we have finished calculating the totals, and we have to make sure that the serial numbers are filled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now after that, you save your document. Now we have saved our document. Now we are going to put a color on our document to make it attractive and shine. Now we are in the layout, but we want to go back to table design. Then we bring to this point, we bring our mouse pointer to the drop down system here. Then we look for a blue. You can scroll down and look for better one like this now. We select any of the designs that we want. Now I've selected this one, for example. Now if I look at it and it's not the one I like, I can change it. You too, you can change it. So I want to select this one. No, any one that you think that it will fit the purpose what you are doing. So now something like this, something like this. So our table, we have to make sure that it fits inside our the center of the design that we make. We have to make sure that our table so here is it. So we have finished our table. Very good one. You save it as well. Now the last point that we are going to do is to convert it to PDF. Convert this document to PDF. Now you go to File, then you scroll down here to go Export. Then you are exporting to PDF. So store sheet inside our document, and then we are going to say Publish. Now it will publish in PDF. Now here is it. So this is our PDF document that we have put. A very nice document that we have put. So in your school, if you're able to do this, it will help and it will enhance your documentation. Not everything that you need to write it on paper. Even if you want to write it on paper, when you do this one and you print, it will make your activities as a head of the school or as a head teacher or as a teacher, it will make your documentation and your activity very, very, very well organized. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and then wait for more videos or more tutorial videos that are coming. We have a lot of tutorials for you. So subscribe to our channel and then share, so that anyone who wants to learn educational technology will be able to do this. So thank you once again, and then bye bye for now.